here we are with Pratibha.
Yes.
And we just finished a beautiful workshop in voicing. And can you tell us a little bit, what is voicing?
This is always the question, you know. It's so difficult to communicate through words what it is, because it is an experience, and each time a different one. Actually, the core of my message is that singing doesn't need that you know a song before, like generally we do. We have heard a song, we want to repeat it, we like the song, we want to sing it. And then we have to remember the song, and we have to be able to repeat the song according to the model, which creates the possibility that if you cannot repeat it like you would like, or like the model indicates, you are so said very often you are out of tune, or you cannot sing. And I would like to erase that wrong belief, because everybody can sing, just not in a precise way, in a preconceived way, but spontaneously everybody can sing. Each child can sing, and nobody has taught how to sing. So this is basically the base of this work, to guide you into regaining that capacity of spontaneous singing. That's all. Then, of course, there are many different approaches to decondition, let's say, yourself, so that more energy is available in you. You are not, all the repressed energy that you don't use won't have also a voice. So you need to mobilize this dimension in order to gain their voice and make it as a song. I don't know if that's clear enough.
It's clear.
So,
yes.
So who can come to your groups? Would you need to be experienced somehow with
No,
singing?
not at all. Not at all.
No.
This is for everybody, because everybody can sing, as I said. Of course, since it works a lot also with verbal communication, voice communication, it is very indicated for people who work with people, who communicate with their voice. So from teacher to social worker to doctors, manager, media people, and of course also actors and singers. Although for singers it needs to be singers who have realized that their singing is a little bit restricted, and they want to open up to different areas or different modality to sing. And at the beginning they are having some difficulties, because for them it's essential to be able to be in control of the sound that they make, to know exactly which sound is coming out of their mouth. So they have to work a little bit in order to be able to allow a free singing. Yes.
Is this therapeutic work, would you say? Or
Of course, it is the power of singing is such that has a very strong therapeutic effect, and also spiritually, because it is like a meditation ultimately. So I always say singing is the language of the soul, Therefore, it doesn't matter where you start. You can start in a problem state. But if you allow to sing it totally, you really go with all your energy into it, it's very likely that you will land in a total different dimension, much more related to your being and to your essence. So that's what I always say, it is the perfect bridge between the ego level and the spiritual level. Yes, yeah.
How many years have you been sharing voicing?
Oh, let's say the very first time I could really call it this way somehow was in 89. So you make the calculation, I'm very bad in mathematics. 26 or something, yes. Yeah. But what brought me to that was an experience that I had in a spiritual quest journey in Latin America in the 70s, where in a particular set, let's say, in a particular situation, I started singing. And it was an incredible experience for me. I was like possessed by that energy inside me that was expressing itself through singing. A beautiful song that I never heard before, that I could never repeat. And I was left with, I was total shattered. I was seeing life in a complete different way after that. And one part of my bewilderment after was that I had considered myself not being able to sing. And my explanation at the time could only say I was possessed by some kind of entity or something. I was in the jungle in South America, so, said maybe something happened here. But then, especially the more it repeated itself, the more I understood that it was me, a deeper level of me possessing me. So something more true, more authentic, more unexpected, and not so clear how to define it. Yeah, like something like pure vastness, pure awareness, something like that. Yeah, that was the revelation. Yeah. Okay.
You've also you've had this school for some years now. You educate people in being voicing.
Yes.
Trainees.
Yeah, I started with a 3 years training. Who has more or less the same format as nowadays in the late 90s. Yeah. That is probably the set where I can transmit more closely what I have discovered. And of course it's a result of not just singing, but also a mixture of other techniques, because everything goes together in singing. So breathing is very important. The body, the body posture, the body energy, and also all the emotional work and some reference to primal dimension, so that we can process it through singing. So it's quite a big body of knowledge, and each emotion, each inner experience has its own voice in a way, its own quality, its own tonality. So this is more or less why it takes also so long to embrace it, to understand it. Yeah.
Another question, Pratibha. What would you say is the purpose of doing voicing?
No purpose.
No.
I think it's not a purpose. It's an urge. It's a desire. It's something that you know it's your right, something you know is there and you want to express it. So if you put it as a purpose, it's a wrong attitude, because you put yourself a goal in something, which is more following a certain drive, a drive of knowing that you have the right to unfold yourself, to express yourself. And singing is a celebration. Singing is a yes saying. So whatever you sing about yourself, you are celebrating, you are accepting it. And I think this is a longing of everybody. So it's not really a purpose. If I tell you, if you do this, you obtain that, first of all, I limit it. And secondly, I don't know if this is a result. For each person, it will be a different journey. But, so it's for everybody, there's no need to. And as I said before, singing is your birthright. So it's about wanting to realize that, wanting to express it. Singing is the language of the soul. So the soul claims that's the purpose.
When are you coming back to Dharma?
Anytime I come back, anytime you invite me. It has been so beautiful here. It's really a precious place. People are so loving, and I appreciate a lot their level of meditation. And you can breathe it in the air of the place. Yeah, so it's a gift for me to be able to come back here. So I hope it will be soon.
Me too.
We hope so too. Thank you very much, Pratibha.
Okay, thank you. So Marpa, are you off?
Should I take off?
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 Off? Okay, now I'm off.
You're off?
Yeah.
You sure?
Almost.
He's a bit tricky. Be aware.